What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Unsolicited with Sam and Jordyn. I am Sam. This is Jordyn. I am very excited to get into today's show because it's another one of those shows where we got nothing planned and we're ready to just throw everything out onto the wall and seeing what sticks. Jordyn, I think you're muted. Are you okay? Keep going. Okay, well, I think Jordyn's having a few technical difficulties here. You good?
Hello.
Hello.
Okay,
I'm
all right.
looking at you and she's going like
For audio listeners, I'm like keep talking because I
I'm
need
like,
my mic.
does she know that she's muted? I don't understand what's going on.
I was shifting my mic and this cord, I'm not going to touch it because God forbid, but this cord on my mic I've had since I got this mic when I started seriously podcasting, 2 or 3 years ago.
Oh, God,
and the cord is hanging on for dear life.
Understood.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's going to be time to repurchase.
How are you?
Cord, I'm good. I feel like not much is going on. I feel like normally maybe it's because the Eagles are done. Like I feel like I'm like I have more time with my life. Like I've been pretty casual, but yeah, things are good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I had a very busy day today. I was in the office today, so it's just running around Manhattan basically. And of course, it was the one day I decided, oh yeah, I'm gonna wear heeled boots today. And it's always those days
Always.
that I decide to wear like cute shoes that I 100%. It's raining. I'm walking 10 to 12 blocks. Like I'm like I should just. Why don't I just wear my sneakers? Like it's always, and then I don't, and then I'll wear my sneakers and I like don't do anything. And I'm like, I could have worn boots.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, I do not, and for you, obviously, it's a much different commute, but I do not miss commuting into the city from South Jersey for work.
Yeah. Even still, I mean, a commute is a commute, and it's gonna be tough, even if you have to walk or drive or public transportation, whatever it is that you end up doing. It takes a lot out of you because I realize, like, whenever, like, there's times where, like, my bosses will just say, like, "You know what? We're just not gonna go into the office this week. There's no reason for it." And I'm like, "It's only one day a week I go in. It's really not a huge deal." And then, like, that one day I don't go into the office, I'm, like, refreshed all week. And I'm like, "Why do I have so much energy?" It's because I didn't exude it just to get on and off of a bus thinking about what I'm gonna eat for lunch. Like, it's crazy how much energy you save by not commuting.
No.
And you are a commuter every day.
Yes. No, this is such a great point because I have really, really been struggling with this because my current job is full-time in person, 9 to 5, and it's not an awful, like the drive is easy. Getting there usually takes me about 30 to 40 minutes though, and the drive home is consistently an hour. Like you saw my traffic that I hit today. We're a little bit late recording on our end today because I was stuck in traffic on the way home from work. But yeah, no, it has been a really big lifestyle change because I just got so comfortable. Working remote is so different than working in person, like just the way my mind works. But yeah, no, it's definitely, and there's pros and cons to each their own, but it's definitely a big lifestyle shift.
Yeah, and I give you so much props. And I used to go in every single day. Like, I've done it in the past. I've been working since I was 17 years old. But
you drove to South Jersey from Staten Island 5 days a week.
Every day. And it didn't even blip on my radar that it was like a hard thing to do. Like, I was just like, oh, I'm just driving to work every day. And like, if I had to do that now, I wouldn't. I would just move. I would have to move.
Literally, when I think back, like, because at that time when you were coming to NFL Films, it was my internship. I was in school full time, and working at Chickies and doing an NFL Films internship. And I remember my dad was like, "I'm so worried about you," because I was literally getting like 4 hours of sleep a night, just like go, go, go. And I think about it now, and I'm like, how was I literally a functioning, happy, energetic person? I'm like, youth, because I could not do that today.
Youth. As a 27 and 25-year-old talking about youth. But it's true. When you're the younger you are, the more energy you have. It's just kind of the way the world works. But yeah, no, I 100% couldn't do that today. I like barely make it in on like my days that I actually have to go into the office. Like I'm like, okay, I'm here. I'm gonna stay here for like a couple hours and then go home.
I know. And I also personally, I don't know if it's the unmedicated ADHD or what, but my work is 10 times better when I am remote. I focus
Yeah.
more. I get so much more done. I am so much more creative. Like I can just bang through the list, like boom, boom, boom. For some reason, when I'm in the office, like I'll have a task that has to get done, and I find myself procrastinating it for like no reason, getting distracted by a bunch of other things. Like my mind's half in and half out. My office is also freezing, which I don't think helps. But yeah, no, I just know personally I am a much better worker from remote.
Fair. Speaking of unmedicated ADHD, don't know how I'm gonna segue into this, but it just made me think of it because I like just saw a TikTok before we started recording. I have to share with you my newfound obsession.
Tell me.
Renée Rapp.
Thank God you said that because I am so in love with her. It's genuinely disgusting.
So I, as a zillennial in my, own right, didn't know who Renée Rapp was. And like I had like heard clips of her songs on TikTok like for the past like year or so, but I didn't know who she was. Like I didn't really think anything of it. And then I went to go see the Eras Tour movie and I saw the trailer, the first trailer for Mean Girls. And I was like, "Oh my god. I think I'm in love with her." Like she just like emulates this like incredible energy. And after that, I just got clip after clip after clip. I have been listening to Snow Angel Deluxe on repeat. That girl is a phenom.
I don't understand how she is not more famous than she is because she is literally the quadruple threat with her personality, literally being a comedian. Like
Yeah.
I could just listen to her talk about nothing on end.
Yes.
Her music, her performing, her acting, like she literally does everything. And she's a good, super funny person. How is that literally possible? The song I Hate Boston,
Oh, phenomenal.
the greatest thing that ever happened to me.
Yeah. I have been listening to, which is kind of ironic because it's very much the opposite of what my year entails, the fact that I'm getting married this summer, but the wedding song, I have been sitting there just repeat. I think I listened to it. I got on the bus this morning. I listened to it 4 times in a row. Just because I was like, her vocals are absolutely just fucking incredible.
No,
And
it's like really bonkers.
and now I'm seeing all of the SNL stuff from this past weekend. She had this like black crop jacket and just like a black kind of, I guess, bralette, I guess,
Yeah.
underneath it. And she's singing Not My Fault from Mean Girls.
Yes.
Respectfully, I'm respectfully looking.
Respectfully.
I'm so respectfully looking, but she is fine.
I'm surprised you said black because I would have said, don't ask me the color of anything.
I literally just watched it. It's like very fresh on my mind. But I also, the ADHD thing made me think of it is because everyone was like, "Wow, your mind is amazing," and she's like, "ADHD," and I'm like, she would have ADHD. That's what makes her so amazing.
No, Sam, it's a sickness. And now that you're in it, I am so excited because now we can be in it together.
I'm knee deep.
Okay. I love this. Now we can send each other Renée Rapp edits.
Oh my god, I love it. And now the press for the movie too, like with
I haven't
her
seen
and
it.
Chris Brindley.
The movie.
The movie.
The
I
movie.
thought you were talking about the prep.
Oh no, I've seen a lot of that.
I have not seen the movie either. I've been wanting to see it, but I literally going to the movies is so expensive. So like I'm waiting for it to come out on some sort of streaming service so I can watch it.
I am still broke from The Hunger Games, Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, and I saw that in theaters 3 times.
You saw it 3 times?
I saw it 3 times.
That's so many times, Jordyn.
So many times in theaters.
In theaters? And you saw the freaking Eras Tour movie like 3 times in theaters, right? Like
My mom bought me one of them though.
okay, fair. But, like, would you have, like, a fund, like, a savings account, like, specifically for movie
I
theaters?
am actually, what is it? The A-list Prime member. So, like, I do get, like, discounts and deals.
I mean, that's
I
good.
I love the movies. I don't go as much as I used to, but
Oh, I love the movie. I would go see every movie all the
yes,
time. It's just the fact that every time you go to the movies, it's $50.
they should do if movies were smart, especially because 'cause they're really making a comeback after, like, I feel like there's been a lot of good movies that have come out. It was a good year
Yeah.
for movie theaters. They should offer something where it's like you spend $60 and you get to see X amount of movies, like, in a time frame kinda thing.
Well, I don't know if it's new to Staten Island, but we got an Alamo Drafthouse, which is like do you know what that is?
No.
Okay, so it's like, kinda like an AMC where they, like, bring you food and stuff,
Ooh.
but yeah, but it is 100% for people who like to watch films. So, like, you are not allowed to speak during the movie. If people are talking or someone's bothering you, you can, like, press a button and they'll come and escort the people out. Everything is done written on paper, like, you write your orders down and, like, you put them in, like, a little slot and you, like, press a button that, like, turns a light on and somebody comes around and, like, takes the paper and puts your order in. It's outstanding. Everyone should go to an Alamo Drafthouse. I have not been to another movie theater since going to an Alamo Drafthouse.
I need to experience this.
It's phenomenal. If you ever come up to
Yes,
visit,
we have
we'll
to
go
go.
to the Alamo because it's so incredible, and every Alamo is themed differently. So, like, our Alamo Drafthouse, I believe, is some sort of kung fu movie. I forget what it is, but it's very cool. Like, there's, like, posters everywhere of, like, old movie it's
I wanna see
phenomenal.
if there's one near me.
It's so much fun. Like, honestly, it's like an experience going to the movies. So, like, the first time Michael and I went, we saw Ant-Man: Quantumania, and because I knew I wasn't allowed to talk, I had this piece of paper next to me, and I just kept jotting down all of my thoughts, and by the end, I just had the paper just filled, and we drove home, and I just read him all my thoughts from the movie, which actually was kinda nice because I didn't interrupt him watching the movie, and I didn't interrupt anybody around us watching the movie.
Oh my god.
So, it's
No,
very nice.
there's none in New Jersey or Philadelphia.
Well, there's one on Staten Island,
We'll
so
go.
you can come. But anyway, what I was gonna say is that the Alamo, I believe, does monthly payments. So I think if you pay like $50 for the month, you get unlimited movies.
Wait, yes, I'm looking at it right now. Alamo season pass.
Yeah, yeah.
Select your plan. It's either 16, 19, or 30 per month, and it
Mhm.
gives you all of these. Holy shit, that's so nice.
Right? And so like Michael and I keep going back and forth about it, but it's like another monthly subscription that we definitely don't need. Maybe we'll do it like after we get married and we're not paying for a bunch of stuff, but like
Yeah.
it is so fun. Highly recommend to anybody who has an Alamo Drafthouse in their area or goes to one. Best movie theater on the planet.
Also, speaking of, this is a little bit of minute. Oh, if I could finish a sentence, that would be absolutely fantastic.
Uh-huh.
Speaking of the fact that we brought up Renee Rapp on Saturday Night Live,
Hell yeah.
I need to ask you about Jacob Elordi
Okay.
on Saturday Night Live.
Wait, did you watch
First,
Saltburn?
no, I didn't.
Ah, that's okay.
I
We'll get to
need
it.
to. For those, if you haven't realized by now, I suck at saying I'm pretty sure this is the 9th time it's happened on the show where I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna watch it this week and then we're gonna review it together. And it just never happens because
It's also on me, so because I should be reminding you, and I
yes,
never do.
because
So
I
I
get off the
forget.
show and I'm like, great. And then all brain cells. Pew. Um, but Jacob Elordi, hot.
Mhm.
Do you get the hype? Because I've seen a lot of people be like, I don't get it. He's just like a tall, skinny brunette boy. But like
Mhm.
that's the whole appeal. Are
Right.
you in love with Jacob Elordi the way a lot of America, a lot of the world is right now?
I'll be honest, I didn't during, like, the euphoria phase. Like, I mean, like, yeah, he was, like, hot, like, I'd be like, "Okay," but, like, he wasn't, like, in your face, like, stunning. But this is recent, not only with Jacob Elordi, but also with Timothée Chalamet. like, there's just something, I don't know if it's, like, the winter time, I don't fucking know what's going on, but, like, both of these men, all of a sudden, I'm like, "Oh, okay." Like, I'm like, I understand. They're definitely not my type. I'm not into and that's definitely you, tall, brunette,
Look at
skinny,
my boyfriend.
literally, but, like, and look at the man I marry, like, the very opposite. So, like, for those that don't know, Michael is short, but long hair, beard, like, yeah, whole 9 yards there. Um, but I
I
get
know.
it, and especially after I watched Saltburn, like, I was like, "Oh." Have you seen that edit on TikTok of Jacob
His
Elordi?
edit?
Like,
Yes.
it's like the edit, and he's got the cowboy hat, sick with
Yes.
that.
Oh, I have watched it a lot of times.
That's like how I am with, there's, like, a specific Pedro Pascal edit that, like, whenever I'm feeling sad, I put it on, and it's the Shaggy song in the background that's like, "Hey, sexy lady, I might just be on a different side of TikTok than
No,
you.
I definitely know that song. Do you remember She's the Man, the movie with Amanda
Sure.
Bynes?
Of course
That
I do.
song is the scene when she's walking into, when she's her brother's girlfriend is walking into the bar with the,
Yes.
"When my eyes are closed, I see you
See
for
you
what
for
you,"
what you
but when
truly
she's
are.
walking in, it's the, "Hey, sexy lady, I
I
like
like
your
your
flow,"
fun.
whatever it is.
Yeah.
But, I am ever since Euphoria, I literally watched Euphoria and I was like, I need to marry Jacob Elordi. And essentially I will one day because Brian is the same, like same
Literally.
vibe.
Same exact vibe, tall, brown
Same
hair.
make and model.
Yeah, no. It's like different year, same, like,
Yes.
company.
Yes.
Yeah,
I have a type.
for sure. For
But,
sure.
I'm in love with Jacob Elordi, and the clip of him, prior, like the teaser for Saturday Night Live when he was like, "I'm a baby
Yeah.
girl."
Oh, that also was just, and then, of course, like, Renée Rapp saying, like, "Oh, he's so baby girl," and then him going, like, "I'm baby girl." I was like, "Huh?
Oh, wait,
What?"
we brushed over this. Um,
Okay.
why does the wintertime make Timothee Chalamet and Jacob Elordi more attractive?
I don't know. I don't know if it's, like, pale skin, everybody's got pale skin, but, like, it's, like, their time, like, their winters, so, like, it, like, works for them, you know what I'm
Maybe.
saying? Like, I don't know, but I definitely didn't get it, like, a year ago. Like, I was
Okay.
like, Timothée Chalamet is a small Victorian child, and I even saw, like, when I watched Little Women, I, like, kinda got it because I was like, "Okay, like, he's cute, he's got this baby face," but, like, again, I was like, "Not my type."
Yeah.
But now recently, I don't know what it is. Might not be the wintertime. I could just be blaming anything on the wintertime.
Yeah. I Jacob Elordi 100,000% million times. Don't even have to hesitate. Yes. Timothy, well, what is wrong with me today? I swear I'm
Take
like
a deep breath,
unwell.
blow
Deep
it
breath.
out.
I'm talking too fast.
Jordyn just got home, she's still all
Literally.
amped up from the
I'm
car.
still wearing my shoes. I'm in my work pants. What was I gonna say?
Timothée
Oh,
Chalamet.
Timothy Chalamet does not do it for me, and this is so selfish. And I'm not judging short kings. Okay,
Fair.
respect to all the kings out there. However, I picked a tall one because that's my type. Um, and I don't know. I swear this is messed up, especially coming from someone who is 5 feet tall and should have absolutely no say in the matter. But I swear it's a short thing for Timothée Chalamet. I feel like if he just had a little extension, I'd be all for it, but I can't do it.
Wow, call back to episode 1 of Unsolicited where we were talking about Timothée Chalamet's height. Do you remember? And I
Yes.
was like, isn't he like 6'1"? Like, I had no idea how tall he was, and and then we were talking about Little
Wait,
Women,
this just came so full circle.
right? How crazy is that? That was almost a year ago. That was like 9 months ago.
We've been doing this podcast for almost a year.
Yeah, we started in April of last
Jesus
year.
Christmas.
I know, crazy. We'll have to do like a 1-year anniversary something special
Yes.
for the world.
I was gonna say maybe like an event, but we are definitely not.
It's
We need more. We need more of you to love us before we can host an event.
Yes, please make sure to subscribe and like this video and
Yes,
follow
so
us.
that we can hit 300
I'll drop
subscribers.
that ticker down below for those
Oh,
who
you're so smart.
are But, yeah.
There was some breaking news this
Oh, yes.
afternoon in the hockey world that
Tell
I
me.
really want to talk about with you. Now, I want to preface this entire segment that I am not making any assumptions about anything that is going on. Sam is like, I don't know anything. And now from this warning, I'm afraid.
I
But
don't know what you're talking about, like, at all.
so there was news that broke today for the Philadelphia Flyers that our goalie, one of our goalies, Carter Hart, is taking an indefinite leave from the team. Shocking. You're like, whoa.
Okay.
My mind, he was like really, really sick on and off for like December. So I was like, I don't know what it is. Like, prayers up to him. It's probably like an illness or a mental illness thing.
Sure.
There's been a lot, like right now he's kind of their backup. He's been benched. So again, like I'm like, oh my God, it's sickness or mental health related, like prayers up, which it very well could be. We have no idea. No one has any idea why he took this leave of absence. But as of today, he took leave of absence. However, he was on a team. It was the World Junior Classic Canada team from 2018. And this team has been under investigation for sexual assault allegations. And apparently there's a lot of news coming out soon. Like there was like a list that was released. So there's something really, really sketchy about this hockey team that Carter Hart happened to be on. So I see that he took a leave of absence. Everyone immediately jumps to conclusions and is obviously assuming the worst with whatever happened in this team. And I don't know a lot of the backstory, so forgive me. But this team, bad. He was on it, but there's no ties to him doing anything as of right now. Like right now, totally innocent. So I was like, all right, whatever. I feel like people are jumping to conclusions. Like this could be anything. However, there was another hockey player who plays for the Calgary Flames who was also on this team 2 days ago. He took an indefinite leave of absence. So now I'm like,
that's suspicious.
That's suspicious.
That's weird.
And again, I don't want to assume anything. I don't want to connect dots that have no business being connected, because the other side of this is, yes, both of these guys could easily be connected to this, but they could be taking a leave of absence for mental health reasons, for stuff that they endured while that, like, we have no idea. We have no idea why they took their leave of absences. But there's something very sketchy going on. And I just think we should keep our eyes open for any news that breaks regarding this 2018 World Junior Classic Canada team, because it's a little sus. It's a little sus.
So what were the I guess the details? Like, what was this one singular person who said that there was something with the team with sexual assault? Like, what was
Let me see. I know there's an entire investigation going on right now. So let me Google 2018. Let me go to news.
Well, it's good that we're kind of throwing out the disclaimer there, because we also talked about Corey Perry like a month or two ago, and like the next day it broke that like all of it was false.
Exactly. So that's why I am not saying, as of right now, I don't know what happened. For right now, Carter Hart took a leave of absence. I am wishing him the best. We are just talking about the other storylines that are floating around out there
that may or may not connect at some point in time.
So this was from, like, this has been going on for years. This is from March 28th of last year. Hockey Canada scandal explained. Police allege that 5 members of the 2018 World Juniors team are allegedly guilty of sexual assault. So that was 5 members on that team. What are the sexual assault allegations against Hockey Canada?
I'm just curious. Not that it really matters, because assault is assault, but I'm just curious as to if it was one person, multiple people, like one huge incident. Like,
it looks like in April of 2022, a woman filed a lawsuit against Hockey Canada, the Canadian Hockey League, and 8 unnamed players, stating that she was sexually assaulted in London in a hotel room in June of 2018 following a Hockey Canada event. The woman elected not to name any of the players involved and stated in her original claim that it was 8 players, 4 and members of Hockey Canada, including but not limited to members of the 20 Canada under 20 men's hockey team as well.
Oh, God.
According to the lawsuit, the woman met the players at the bar who were playing in London for the Hockey Canada Foundation Gala and Golf event. She met one of the players who is referred to as John Doe 1, who bought her alcoholic beverages. Yeah, this is not good.
I mean, sounds like something definitely went down, but 8 guys and 1 woman?
It says,
That's not good.
yeah, it says at the hotel, 2 John Doe 1 and the woman engaged in sexual acts in John Doe 1's hotel room. The
Like
woman said,
consensual acts.
yes. The
Okay.
woman said that after that, John Doe 1 invited the remainder of John Doe's defendants into the room without knowledge or consent of the plaintiff.
Oh my God. That's horrible.
Yeah.
Oh God. I hope she's doing well.
That's
Okay.
really scary. Yes. And
Yeah.
again, we have no idea who these 8 people are. We have no idea what Carter Hart is involved with. If anything, we have no idea if Dylan, I think it's Dubé, for the Calgary Flames, no idea any involvement. However, the second that this starts really picking up and a list is dropped, these 2 both take a leave of absence. I think it's fair to at least assume. However, again, we know nothing.
Well, thanks for sharing because
Isn't
I
it
had no idea that that was happening at all. And in terms of something like this, even if no names are listed, like it should be in the news. I
right?
mean, and the fact that I don't even know anything about it in the sports world is crazy.
Right? And it's been going on. This happened in 2018. It looks like it first came out in 2022.
Oh my God. And like
Yes.
nobody's talking about it?
I heard, like, I feel like, because in the comments and like on Twitter, I'm not a hockey girly. I know you're not really either. So,
No, I
like, I'm
know.
not in the hockey world. It seems like if you are actively a hockey person, this is a known
Okay.
thing because everyone was like, oh no, that they were both on the 2018 Hockey Canada team. Like, it seemed like everyone initially knew about this. And maybe 2 years ago or oh my God, it's 2024. Yeah, 2 years ago when it
Holy
initially came
shit.
out. I
Yeah.
know. Maybe it was bigger, but I don't remember hearing anything about this.
Yeah. Interesting. Very
But yeah, no, I
interesting.
just wanted to share that with you. And we will follow and see what happens.
Yeah, I'm sure things will start to come to light soon because if other people like us who are not in deep into the world are getting whiffs of it, then something's gonna break soon. But that's pretty coincidental.
Yes. There's a lot of coincidences.
A lot of coincidences happening here. All right. Well, that's fun
Yeah.
thing to transition out of.
Great segue. Great segue.
Real quick before we jump into some NFL playoff stuff. This just popped into my head actually. TikTok trends that are things that like there's like TikTok trends that'll happen and like they like pop up and you like don't really know what's going on.
Yes.
And like you see them and you're just like, does everyone do this? I just came across my first video like last week of quote unquote before shower makeup. Are you familiar with this?
No.
Okay. So I had no idea. It literally just came up on my page. But there's a thing that apparently a lot of people do that I had no concept of is that people will do their makeup before they take a shower and they do it kind of like crazy and they like try new things and like do all this stuff because it doesn't matter because you're about to go into the shower and wash it off, which I understand the concept. But apparently everybody, like everybody, I mean, maybe like Gen Zers and like younger people are doing it because it's on TikTok. But like this video had like 500,000 likes and it was just like, oh, me doing my before shower makeup. And everyone was like, oh my God, I thought I was the only one who did this. And I was like, huh?
I don't even like doing my makeup when I have to do it. So I would never be the one to do it for fun. But now that we're saying it, I feel like my sister, who is more Gen Z, born in 2001, huge makeup skincare girly. I feel like she's done this. But I feel like that was during the pandemic. But she would just practice and then remove it and then keep practicing. Like
Right. I mean, that makes sense. But like it was just very specific that it was like
a
this is the shower you
before.
or yeah, it's like the makeup you do before your shower. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
no.
I don't know. I personally I keep my makeup very close to my heart and I'm like, you're just gonna waste it? Like
No,
I
literally.
I'm like, I don't know, like some of my products are very expensive and I'm like, I'm not using these unless they are for a very special occasion. Like my
Yeah.
everyday is like my elf makeup, maybe a few things here and there that I'll use. But like my mom just got me a blush for Christmas. It's fucking $50 blush. It is hella expensive, but I was dying for it. It's the Patrick Ta blush,
Mm.
which comes with a cream and a powder. The most stunning blush I've ever put on my face. I used it one time to try it. I have not used it again since. 'Cause I'm afraid like, it is I don't know, like, I couldn't just be like, "Let me try out my blush before I go in the shower." Like, I didn't even try it until I was doing
Yeah.
my makeup.
Yeah, no.
I don't know if it's just we're out of touch with the youngins,
Yeah, I was gonna say because you're a
but I
makeup
don't get it.
girly.
I am. I love and, like, the idea of it is so smart to, like, practice and then take it off, but, like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, no. If I did that, I feel like I would be better at doing my makeup than I am.
I guess I just practice while I'm doing it for the day. Like sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do it, and maybe like come on to record or something. And I'm like, oh, like let me try out something. Like I actually used a new eyeliner pencil that I got in like I get like the Ipsy bags.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, let me try a new like eyeliner thing. And I like kind of like tried something out, but like nothing drastic that you'd look at me and be like, what the fuck is going on with your eyeliner?
I
Like, I don't
I
know.
literally tried a get ready video with me today where I was like talking and doing my makeup at the same time.
So hard.
They are so fucking hard.
I've tried
They
so many times to make a video like that. Every single time I press delete. I can't
Yes,
do it.
because, like, when I'm thinking about, like, timing out the video, doing my makeup correctly, not looking like a crazy person, trying to, like, formulate a sentence, I'm like, "This is fucking impossible."
No, I give so many props to influencers and like, content creators who do like get ready with me's and makeup videos and even skincare videos, like anything that goes in like that type of editing of any kind. Like I've tried it on the app on TikTok. I've tried to do it recording straight through and then editing it that way. And like nothing works. Like, I
Yeah,
can't do it, and I'm like, I wish I could because I feel like I'd love to share, like, some of my makeup routines with people, but, like,
it's too hard.
it doesn't work.
Pop off Alex Earl because I feel like she has it down pat.
That woman is so talented.
She really
Her
is.
and Braxton Berrios are so freaking cute. I
I
love
pray
them.
they get married. I
I hope
love
so.
them together.
I would love it so
And
much.
she
Her
seems
getting
so happy.
especially, like, over the years, I mean, I was never following Alex Earl, but, like, I knew who she was, and I'd hear, like, the little chirps of, like, the men she was with or things that was happening in her life, but, like, now I'm fully immersed in it because she's dating an NFL player, and I'm
Mhm.
like, she like, when she, like, recaps some of her stuff, she's just like, "This guy did this to me, and this guy cheated on me, and this guy did this," and I'm like, "That is a stunningly gorgeous, beautiful woman who seems funny, and she's talented, why are
Great
men
business
cheating
mind.
on her? I don't get it. I don't get it.
Men suck. So let's talk about them so much more with football.
That we watch every single
Yeah.
weekend. Ah, I love it. Well, how was your divisional round weekend?
Um, it could have been better. I was praying for a few things that didn't happen, that were
Okay.
very close to happening. The fact that the Packers and Sam, we have to talk about it. The fact that the Packers and the Bills, or I should say, nor the Bills, the fact that neither of them won
Right.
blows my mind. If you had someone that like just watched the first half of those games and then was removed from the planet and came back 3 days later and you sat that down and were like, yeah, the 49ers and the Chiefs won, they would have been like, what the fuck do you mean? Because the Bills and the Packers were the better teams.
Correct.
Except for when it mattered most, which is just the worst thing ever.
To talk about the Bills for a second.
Yeah.
I obviously I'm a Giants fan through and through, but when it comes to a lot of the times the playoffs, I always root for the Bills. I love the Bills. I've loved the Bills since they drafted Josh Allen. I don't know if people know this, but the 2018 draft is my favorite draft of all time. Don't even question it. It's just the best draft that could have ever existed. Josh Allen put his heart and soul into that game. And could he have made a few, better plays and like not have made a mistake here or there? Absolutely. But his team left him out there to dry. And I'm not talking about Tyler Bass for missing the field goal. I don't want to put the hate on him because there were so many things that could have happened that could have made that game go to the Bills. And what just pisses me off is that every year we see this. The Bills put up a fight against the Chiefs every playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
And every time I'm like, this is the year. This is the time the Bills are finally going to do it. And then freaking Patrick Mahomes, it's the only time I hate this man. I really don't dislike him. I feel like he's a perfectly fine person. I actually enjoy watching him play. But I like literally every time I'm like, God damn it, Patrick. Sit down for like 2 seconds and let this man have his one moment because he deserves it. I was heartbroken and I was working too. So I'm like writing out the script and I'm like, well, the AFC Championship is going to be the Chiefs again. Like,
it was brutal. And I felt so bad for Tyler Bass. But did you see that Chiefs fans, because he deleted all of his social media after that game, like took it very hard. Tyler Bass.
No.
Yes, deleted all of his social media. But wait, this will make your heart literally. So he deleted all his social media, obviously taking the loss very, very hard. And Chiefs fans and Bills fans combined, he has like a cat charity or a foundation where he like rescues cats, and they have donated over $100,000 to his foundation.
I saw that earlier today. It sent me away. I was like, he doesn't deserve that. It wasn't his fault.
It wasn't.
It was windy.
The weather conditions were absolutely insane. And there were also so many things, like you kind of already touched on, that the Bills could have easily done different to not put them in that situation. Number one being Stefan.
Stefan.
And also, we have to talk about it. The fake punt with Damar Hamlin.
So bad. I'm sorry, Damar. We love you. We love you on the Unsolicited podcast too.
I literally have your jersey. I literally have your jersey hanging in my closet. I love you. I respect you. However, that was one of the dumbest fucking plays I have ever seen in my entire life.
As it was happening, I literally was just like, like in SpongeBob when they like blink and they like bing, bing, bing. Yeah. That was me. I was like, what the fuck did I just watch? Like, and I was sitting with my brother and my dad, and we all just like looked at each other, and I was like, is this real life?
Yes.
Did that just happen?
Yes. No, at that moment, I'm not gonna lie, that's when I knew the game was over.
I thought that fumble non-recovery rather, that the Chiefs did, I was like, oh my God, this is the turning point. Like, this is the moment.
The touchback.
That I was like genuinely like, I was like, oh my God, the Bills are gonna fucking win this game. And then Stefan Diggs decided to drop that stupid pass, and Shakir, which Shakir also had a very good game earlier on, but still, nonetheless, I was
and then he got a little banged up. It was awful. It was awful. I thought Bills 100% deserved to win that game. I thought they had it in the bag, especially now that they finally got to play the Chiefs at home. And it was really sad. However, good news. After watching Lamar Jackson this weekend, I don't think anyone is beating the Ravens.
I would love to see Lamar Jackson and the Ravens beat the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game.
Wait, I need you to keep talking for 2 minutes.
Okay.
Talk about how much you wanna see them. I'll be right
I would just love to see Lamar Jackson, mostly because, first of all, Lamar Jackson is your MVP of the year. You don't have to wait for the NFL honors to happen. It's gonna happen. Lamar has been running around. He's also been transitioning more into throwing the ball a little bit more, which is incredibly just it enhanced his game to know. Oh, for our for our audio listeners, Jordyn is currently, I don't know what the name of that dance is, but she's got a Lamar Jackson jersey on, and it's very fitting now. So I was just talking about how enhanced his game is now because he's throwing the ball more, and guy's just out of control. Just out of control. Didn't give the Texans even a moment of peace.
No. I loved everything about that game, and I love CJ Stroud. The future is so, so bright for CJ Stroud and the Texans to accomplish what they did in their first year. Unbelievable. So I'm not worried. I wanted to root for them. However, when you are up against my Lamar, you're dead to me, especially in a season where he is finally shutting up every hater who I've been defending Lamar Jackson, and like people will still look me dead in the face and be like, Lamar Jackson is like not the best quarterback. And I'm like,
how do you say that?
How can you look me in the eyes and say these things to me? I will defend Lamar Jackson until the day I die. I would do anything for that man. Sam talked about she has a Pedro Pascal edit that she watches when she has a bad day. I watch Lamar Jackson press conferences to make myself feel better.
Yes.
Cherish him. And this jersey's brand new. I just got it for Christmas. But I'm not a bandwagon. It just felt like the appropriate season to pull the trigger. I love Lamar Jackson, and the Ravens are winning the Super Bowl.
I would love nothing more than to see the Ravens in the Super Bowl because I think it'll be very entertaining, genuinely. On just a quick recap note for the Ravens, I thought it was hilarious that Dalvin Cook got like 20 something yards and then went on Twitter and was like, shut up the haters and like all this stuff. And I was like, you got literally like 25 yards, sir. Are you okay?
He's like, I just got here.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, random, but okay. But yeah, they look incredible. And again, like the beginning of that game was a little bit tight. I was excited, honestly, that I thought it was going to continue to be tight, but the Texans lost it in the second half, which they're rookies. They're all basically all rookies. Like you were not going to make it to the Super Bowl. And we would have loved it. It would have been so cool, but it wasn't just not going to happen.
They will. I fully believe CJ Stroud will be a Super Bowl quarterback in the next handful of years. But in your rookie year, you did great. Now sit back. And Lamar Jackson is going to go take care of us and win it all. Thank you.
Yeah.
Next week, guys, you don't understand. If I have to sit on this podcast next week and say the Chiefs are going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I can't even think about it yet because the Ravens are going.
We're not going to cross that bridge until if it appears and we have to cross it. That's a next week problem to have.
And then also I want your thoughts, honest thoughts. You don't hate the 49ers as much as I do. So you're not as biased. What are your honest thoughts for Lions 49ers? Do the Lions have a chance?
Yes, they do. Easy chance because like genuinely, there are two types of first seed teams, and I think we're seeing both of them represented in the playoffs right now. The first one, like the Ravens, come in strong, hard, and fast, and they come in and they're like, we're winning this game, no problem. That bye week was stellar. And then you have another first seed, which we actually saw, not to open the wound, a couple years ago when Aaron Rodgers came in to play the 49ers in that divisional round. That's the type of team I'm talking about. You think they're all powerful. Close up the wound. Put a Band-Aid on it. You think they're going to come in and be like this like all-powerful team, just insane, crazy, amazing. And they just don't have it. They almost have like too much confidence. They have that home field advantage. They get a little comfortable. And I think the 49ers kind of fell into that. Brock Purdy, 100%. I think he is a good quarterback. I do not think he is a great, fantastic MVP quarterback. I think he has so many freaking weapons on that team.
He's a system quarterback in an incredible franchise, which
Correct.
will work, but remove Brock Purdy from that system. And I don't think he's doing what he's doing on the 49ers right now.
I mean, we even saw throughout the season, like, there were times where Christian McCaffrey wasn't playing, Debo wasn't playing. I think even Brandon Ayuk at some point wasn't playing. And Brock Purdy struggled hard. And we saw that struggle in the beginning of this game. Then towards the end, Brock Purdy was just like, "Oh fuck, that's right. I'm on the best team in the NFL almost. I have to act like it." Like, and then he like came through. But I genuinely was like, "Oh my god, the 49ers are going to lose this game. They are 100% are going to lose this." Like, I was not at all confident that that was going to happen, that they were going to win. But genuinely, I think the Ravens defense is better than the 49ers defense. And I think that the Lions offense is 100% capable of playing up against that 49ers offense.
Fuck yeah, that's what I wanted to hear. I'm so sick. And I'll be real, like this unbiasedly, 49ers obviously have a chance of going to the Super Bowl and winning it. I think both AFC and NFC championship games are going to be awesome. Like, I think these are the perfect matchups. Fantastic, 10 out of 10. However, I'm so sick of majority of people just entirely counting out the Lions because from the way we've seen them play this season, and also flashback to the 2017 Eagles that went on to win the Super Bowl. Obviously, I have to find a way to bring it up. But that team, we weren't technically the most talented team. We were vibes, straight vibes. And we had talent, don't get me wrong, but like on paper, we should not have gone to the Super Bowl. We should not have won the Super Bowl. We were with our backup quarterback, and the Lions like pop off Jared Goff. I am so glad that he is vibing and having a great time. And they have all the vibes of a Super Bowl team. They have all the talent of a Super Bowl team. And we really, I mean, if the 49ers play this weekend the way that they did against the Packers, Lions win. Lions have that extra bump of energy. I think the 49ers, their cockiness also may affect them a little bit. And I feel like that's what happened also with the Packers, kind of like what you were saying with them, just like getting comfortable. But I feel like they kind of had it in their head, like, we're the 1 seed, we're going to win. Like,
it just like sometimes it just happens like that.
Yeah. And I also, real quick, I want to give some props to Jordyn Love, which we already kind of did after the Cowboys, but still, I think the Packers, you got a good one. And I saw a report that they want to make him one of the highest paid quarterbacks.
I mean, good for him.
Pop off, Jordyn Love. He's like, I sat on my ass for 3 years and I'm about to be rich as hell.
Yeah. I mean, but like, that's what the waiting is supposed to give you. You know, that's what the sitting behind a Hall of Fame quarterback is going to give you is a big fat contract when you finally pop in and show the people what you're made of. Speaking of the Lions game, I have to just mention how fucking good Baker Mayfield looked. Pay the man. He's a free agent this year. Mike Evans is a free agent. Pay Baker, pay Mike, keep them in the mix in the NFC South. They will dominate that division every single year until they die. I'm not a Baker fan.
I know you're not. Never have been, especially not after he kicked out my Eagles. However, I respect the hell out of him for what he was able to do this season.
Such a good game.
Such a good game. Baker Mayfield played, and here's the reason I didn't, and I still don't love Baker Mayfield. I'm not there yet. One more year of this, maybe. However, it might turn me. However, the reason I didn't like Baker Mayfield was because I felt like he came into the league so cocky, so arrogant, and wasn't doing anything. I feel like now he's a humble Baker out there doing things. And I'm like, you're fun now. Like, this is fun. When he came out like a little asshole and couldn't do shit, I was like, you expect me to like you? Like,
is the humble Baker. It's like he's like in the village, like comes out with his like pan of bread. And he's like, "Oh, I'm just a humble baker."
See, that would be a good t-shirt. Have you gotten your t-shirt?
I don't think so.
Oh my
God. Did you mail it?
I told them to. I need to double check now.
I haven't gotten it yet. No.
I work in custom apparel and I made Sam a t-shirt that got like left on a table for like ever. And I sent them, like, I wanted her to have it before
Like
the Eagles game.
September.
This was literally like, she's going to get it for next season. Hopefully he signs his contract and then it'll be a present.
Ugh.
But either way, I mean, it's in existence. But now I think we have to build off of that one and now make Baker in an apron and a baking hat that says Humble Baker underneath.
Humble Baker. I love that so much. That's so funny. But yeah, nonetheless, I agree with you. He came in, he was a little asshole in Oklahoma too. And that's
Yeah.
part of the reason why I fell in love with him, because he was a little asshole to Ohio State, who I hate.
Yeah.
So I
Sorry, James.
sorry, James. I know James Ohio State alum, but I never liked Ohio State. Just never did. And then I saw that man plant his Oklahoma State flag. Oklahoma, no, not Oklahoma State, just Oklahoma, into the field at Ohio. I was like, God, I'm obsessed with him. And I have been ever since.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad that people are recognizing that he is talented and that he's just been struggling through 4 different teams. And like now he's in Tampa. First of all, also, did you see like the side by side from like him in Cleveland to him in Tampa?
Yes.
It's that same like vibe that Tom Brady did when he left New England and went to Tampa Bay.
Yes.
And it's like now all of a sudden they're tan and like sun kissed all the time. They're like a little bit more toned up because it's always warm. Oh, I love it.
Yeah, no. I mean, I hate him for beating the Eagles, but
I'm sorry.
it's okay. Respect though. I have to acknowledge it.
Let's talk a little bit about these upcoming games. So we'll have oh my God, we literally have 2 more weeks of football left.
I know. I
I don't count the pro
cry.
ball. It's like just people throwing dodgeballs at each other at
Yeah.
this point. So we have Ravens, Chiefs, and then we have 49ers, Lions. Pretty good matchups. Would have loved Ravens, Bills would have been perfect, but I'll take it. They're still going to be really, really good games. Give me your thoughts and predictions on what you think is going to happen this weekend.
Beat the red teams. Beat the red teams.
Blue and purple.
Blue and purple. No, literally. Just I am putting my heart and soul into the Ravens and the Lions to get it done this weekend. I obviously think each of them can. I just really, really do not want both the Chiefs and the 49ers. That is literally my
It's like your worst dream.
fucking nightmare.
Yeah,
That is my
nightmare.
worst. Like that. God forbid the Cowboys ever get close. I don't think they ever will in our lifetime. I'm kidding, but also not really. But yeah, no, Chiefs 49ers would just like I can't even watch that and enjoy. Like, who do I root for? Like, I'd just be miserable the whole time. So as long as the Ravens or the Lions can get there, I will be happy. I haven't looked at betting lines or anything yet. Maybe the week of the Pro Bowl, I just had an idea. We'll do our first like in-depth betting. And then so for the Super Bowl, we'll have some betting knowledge.
Sure. That sounds good.
All right, awesome. That'll be like our in-between.
Yeah, for sure. And then also we won't have an episode the week before the Super Bowl because I'll be in Vegas.
You will be in Vegas.
Yes.
Sam is literally going to Radio Row for the Super Bowl.
First time ever. I'm super fucking stoked. But we won't have like a before Super Bowl episode. So we'll use that week before as our like Super Bowl prep next week.
Perfect.
And then we'll do obviously a Super Bowl episode after the Super Bowl is over. So
I can't believe it's coming up so soon.
It was just freaking like July and we were like trying to figure out what was going on. We were talking about a Baker Mayfield, Kyle Trask
quarterback
competition. Like I just love it. I love the way the world turns in the football world because 1 second, I mean, there's a reason why they say the NFL stands for not for long because like storylines shift so fucking fast and
instantly.
It's insane. But I will tell you, I'm going to be rooting for the Ravens and the Lions, but I think that there will be at least one red team in the Super Bowl this year because of the logo.
Because the NFL's rigged.
Because the NFL's rigged. And I think it's going to be Ravens, 49ers in the Super Bowl. That's my prediction.
Okay. All right. I am going to predict Ravens Lions just because I need it.
Sure.
Because then that way, it's the complete opposite of the red Super Bowl. Because then this way, obviously, I'm going to be rooting for Lamar Jackson more because the obsession. However, you can't root against the Lions right now. And I would love it for their fan base. Like, I'd be pulling slightly for Lamar Jackson, but if the Lions were winning and like ended up winning the Super Bowl, I would be so fucking stoked for them.
Yeah. In that case, it's kind of like nobody loses.
Exactly. It's America's Super Bowl.
Literally America's Super Bowl. But like, that's kind of how I felt in the Lions Bucks game. Like, I was like, I would be okay if either of these teams won. Like, I would love to see the Lions advance, but to see Baker go to the divisional round would be absolutely bananas. Like, I would love that. But then when the Lions won, I was like, man, good run, Baker. You're going to get the respect you deserve. I'm so fucking stoked for the Lions. Yeah. And then the Lions came in and they were just like, pang, 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 pang. We're going to just fucking shoot the shit, be crazy. And I love it. Yeah. I love it so much. They're just going to, they do need to be in the Super Bowl. I want them to be in the Super Bowl so bad.
Right.
But also my like way too early Super Bowl prediction was that the 49ers were going to win the Super Bowl. So I also like kind of want to be right.
You did say that, and I got so upset with you, and now look at us.
Now look at us. But we'll see. Either way, let's just hope for a non-Chiefs Super Bowl, even though it would be insane to see Taylor Swift in Las Vegas.
See, and that's what someone literally commented on my video and was like, I'm so surprised to see you rooting against the Chiefs because of Taylor Swift. And listen, that is the only part that would be a bright side is like the fact that she would get to experience the Super Bowl. Like, I want that for her. Pop off queen.
But also,
however, my mental health, girl, I can't see them there again.
I honestly, as a Swiftie, as someone who adores the woman and just loves everything that she's ever done, she just showed up. She can't have the thrill of just walking into like she would just be like, oh, this is easy.
Right?
Like, oh, we're gonna just go to the Super Bowl every year. No, you can't have that luxury, ma'am. I'm sorry. You have to experience
do.
Point.
They kind of do. What if they go, that's their 4th Super Bowl appearance in what, 5-6 years?
It's not fair.
Like,
she doesn't have to feel the happiness of football so quickly.
Right.
I know she's been an Eagles fan.
You have to earn it. But her dad did probably endure the Chip Kelly era of the Eagles, which But she didn't. I know she didn't. I know she didn't care about Chip Kelly back then.
Yeah, she's not coming out on like Philly radio that's just like, I got something to say about Chip Kelly.
I want to personally interview Taylor Swift and be like, do you remember when Chip Kelly traded LaShawn McCoy? Like, where were you when the world stopped turning? And if she can tell me, then Chiefs can win the Super Bowl.
It's like Sam and Jordyn have a one-on-one, like all-inclusive interview with Taylor Swift. We're allowed to ask her anything about anything in her life. And we're like, where were you when LaShawn McCoy was traded? How would she literally be like, she's like looking for Tree. She's like, is this the right podcast?
Yeah, like, hello.
Oh, and we'd be like, answer the question, Taylor.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's hilarious to think about. But yeah, I really just don't want her to be like, oh, well, here we are. We're in Vegas. Yeah. And you're just like, come on now.
Yeah, no, I agree. But we're in for some really good stuff over the next week. And by the time we see you guys again, we will know who is going to be in the Super Bowl. And hopefully Sam and Jordyn are both happy. I will take the tag off this eventually. If you guys liked this episode, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to us here on YouTube. If you don't already, make sure to follow us on all of our social medias as well at the Unsolicited_podcast for TikTok, Instagram, and Threads, at Sam and Jordyn for Twitter. And if you're an audio person, find us wherever you get your podcasts. And we will be back next week to preview the Ravens and Lions in the Super Bowl.
Woohoo! Bye!
Bye.